Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Now in today's video I want to talk about some of the packs that they released yesterday, and there's some interesting ones. There's some really good ones. I'm gonna go, I guess, through all of them, and I'm talking about specifically the packs that you can buy with crystals, not the cash ones, just crystal ones. And like I said, I'm gonna go over all of them that they have released, but also I will emphasize on one specific one, which from my point of view, it's game changing, right? The fact that they released that one, and if you can pick up that pack at least once, if not all of them, that could completely change your account forever. It could be like, extremely game changing. It seems like my camera is a bit different. There we go. But that specific pack is just gonna change your account progress forever. Trust me on that, because it's a juicy one. Now, before I jump into that, I just want to mention that there's a link in the description and pinned comment of every single one of my videos that you can click and you can support me as a content creator. Now, that's a really good way to support me as a content creator. Like, it costs you nothing, helps me a ton. If you do decide to spend, I get a small percentage out of that, but also kind of like a thank you giving back to you. Netmarble gives us codes, right? They give us coupons every time they give us certain missions, and with those coupons, whenever I receive them, I can send them to you, and you can find them on the supporter page. Just scroll at the bottom and you'll get that. Next week we should be getting a really juicy one again for a special mission for which I streamed earlier. That's going to contain 5 special summons and 2 lots of the 100 stamina refills, so make sure to support me. But let's jump into the packs and let's see exactly what are the ones that I'm talking about, because there's quite a few of them, right? So there's like 34 over here, but some of the ones I'm talking about are going to be with crystals, which I think are going to start over here somewhere. Come on, where are they? There we go. So first one that we see, so Valiant Vow number 6. It costs 6,000 crystals. You can only buy it once. It gives you guaranteed legendary summon ticket, gives you 30 of the statue chest, 5 legendary memory stones, and then 10 of the perfect fairy stones. Now, I'm gonna judge all of these packs, I guess, from the perspective of a free-to-play and from the perspective of a spender. Now, from the perspective of a spender, 100% you wanna buy it if you have the crystals, because legendary memory stones are extremely valuable. Obviously, getting another legendary is extremely valuable as well. Everything else you can just farm. It's not that mandatory. So even for spenders, though, this might not be a perfect pack, because the equivalent of 6,000 of those ones, right? So if we do a little bit of calculation, so you split the 6,000 by 1,500, which is a 10 pull, that's the equivalent of 4 10 pulls. Unless you get extremely unlucky, when you have to go to Mercy, then this might not be worth it. However, if you do calculate it just roughly straight up looking at this, right, then it's worse, because it will cost you 9,000 diamonds to guarantee a legendary. But not only does it give you this, but also the legendary memory stones, which are extremely rare. So this one, it's a good pack for spender. For not spenders, I would not get it. And the reason I'm saying I would not get it is, again, depends on your stash. If you have like 50,000 crystals lying around, you're gonna go for it. But if you're low, you're not gonna buy this one. Wait for the next one that I'm gonna tell you. That's the juicy one. Okay, this is the juicy one, right? Let's leave that one at the end, okay? Because it's so good. Okay, next one. This one gives us 10 flame relics, 10 frost, and 10 storm ones, and also 5 legendary memory stones for 2,000 crystals. Again, for a free-to-play, it's acceptable, but I'm not sure I would really buy it. For a spender, 100% go for buy all 4 of them, because again, not a chance of getting you the relics that you need. That can be really good. However, if you're gonna buy this one 4 times, you're not gonna need this, right? Unless you wanna spend 2,000 crystals for the legendary memory stones, then it's worth it, right? So keep that. So if we calculate it this way, right? Let's say we do it the other way around. We calculated that 8,000, right? So the 8,000 it will cost you to buy all is the equivalent of 20 legendary memory stones, which means you get 1 copy of your legendary. If we split this by 1,500, it's almost the guaranteed legendary, but you also get 40 of the relic summons. So it might not be worth to buy all of them. This might actually be a skip. Okay, next one. This one is, I'm just gonna say it straight up. You can get rare to legendaries. I think the drop rates of this is just too small to be able to get a legendary. Maybe you get lucky and get 1 in 10, or maybe you get lucky and get 5 out of 10. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I mostly got rares. I don't think I ever got a legendary from this one. So unless you get extremely lucky with this, then I would just say not worth it. Again, it's just pretty much the equivalent of buying the legendary memory stones for 2,000. Now next one, this one's a little bit interesting. legendary tome chest, legendary awakening stone chest, and then you also get 50 of the awakening stone chest for the rare ones, and then 5 of the legendary memory stones. This one's not worth it, right? I'm not gonna lie, this one, because it just gives you one, it gives you it random, it's not worth it. Maybe if it was the selector, but not even like that. This is definitely a skip from my point of view. And then the last one, again, it gives you talismans, which are kind of harder to farm. Pedestal, they can be good, but if you've already played for like 2-3 months, you don't need that many pedestals anymore. And again, it's just the equivalent of getting these. So I would say it's not really worth it. Now, I think that's all about those ones. And now let's get to the juicy one, right? So this one over here, from my point of view, is the best pack that they have ever released in the game, right? There are some fun ones once you hit certain tiers in Arena, right? I think it's when you hit Master Arena. That can be really good. I think it's like 3,000-4,000 crystals, gives you a guaranteed legendary and lots of other resources. Those ones can compete, but this one is the best. Now, the reason why I say that this one is actually the best in the game is because of what it gives us, right? So first of all, the perfect polishing stones and also the mythic star seeds. These are things you would just go and farm, use stamina. We get plenty of stamina in the game. You don't necessarily care, so you just ignore these. Then we get the 5 legendary memory stones, right? Again, these ones, I'm not sure how I would value them. Maybe I would value 5 of them for like 1,000 to up to 2,000 crystals that are worth it. But then the main event and the best thing is this one, right? The legendary Relic Shard Selector, right? Relic Shard Summon Selection Ticket. This one is the best thing ever in the game that you can get. If you get this, if you're early game, right, and you're still progressing, but you have the crystals, and you can buy at least one, 100% go for it, because this one is so game changing that it's gonna blow your mind. The reason I keep emphasizing on that is because in this game, the specific relic is a lot harder to get, right, than the actual legendary, because we get so many special summons as we progress through the game that you're eventually gonna get all the legendaries, whereas the relics, it's a bit harder, especially because some of the areas in the game do not have all of the relics, right? So for example, the relic shop, which you can find, I guess, let me show you. If you go over here, then you click at the bottom, or you can even see it over here. Shard shop, if you go to relics, you can have, it refreshes this one weekly, this one daily, but you cannot get all of the relics over here, right? Some of them are just never gonna appear in the shop, and that's where this pack comes in, right? That's where this pack with the selector comes in, and it can be game changing, right? Like if you get that one specific relic that you're missing, it can completely change your account. And you can click and you can see over here on details, it shows you all the relics that are available, right? Now, just to emphasize more, or like kind of to give you an idea of which one you should be picking, I'm going to release a video tomorrow where I'm going to go, I guess, over the top 5 best relics that you can get from this one, right? Top 5 of the relic, which you can get from the relic selector box. Now, do keep in mind, I'm recording this video on March 20th, right? So these are the only ones that we have. Every 2 weeks, they add the new legendary in there, which was, some of the previous ones that were added on Rita banners. So, for example, we see that we don't have Nika in here. So she's going to be one of the next ones that's going to join the game. And then Charlotte is going to be 2 weeks later. So they're not appearing here. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to appear in this box once, a couple of weeks pass and Nika is introduced. They might or they might not. I'm not sure. However, if you really care about getting the specific relic for Nika as well and for Charlotte as well, I would buy it and just save it, right? Just buy these and save them. If you can afford to buy all 4 of them, I would 100% hand on heart will say buy all 4 of them, unless you have all of the right relics that you need. This one's just so good, right? Just simple fact. If you get this one and, if you can buy just this one and buy Morgan's Storm Relic, it's going to change your game forever in every area of the game, because the Storm Relic is just busted for her. But again, I'm going to go over more on this topic tomorrow. What's the best relic you can get, where I'm going to cover it. I'm going to tell you, I don't know, top 5 or top 10, I guess. If you want to see top 10, let me know. If not, I'm just going to go over top 5, which I believe the best one to be picked. But from my point of view, I say 100% go for it. You know what? I'm just going to buy one, so it shows you that I'm not lying, right? I'm buying one straight up because it's totally worth it. I cannot afford to buy the second one yet. I will have to decide by the end of this, right? Because it does have a certain limit. How long is it going to be? Another 2 weeks. I'm going to decide in the next 2 weeks if I do get all those crystals, if I do buy all of them or not. Now, I guess one thing that I could give as a piece of advice, maybe I should have mentioned this at the beginning, maybe wait, right? Maybe just wait and don't buy it yet, unless you buy it now and it completely changes your game. I would say wait if you're free to play, especially wait another week because next week we might get a crystal consumption event, right? If we do get that crystal consumption event and it pops over here, that will be the perfect time to combine with buying this one, because that one usually has a 8,000 milestones. So you could buy that next week, right? Just wait. If it doesn't completely change your account and you would push so much more content if you get this, wait another week and then just decide to buy then as much as you want. But I bought one, maybe that was a mistake. Still, I did that mistake, you guys avoid it, right? Just don't do my mistake, wait another week. Now, if in a week there's no crystal consumption event, then you still buy it, right? Because it's still gonna be on for 2 weeks and you're not missing out on anything. You're just missing out on that relic that you're just gonna get like 1 week later. But that pretty much covers it for today, guys. Like I mentioned, I'm going to make a video tomorrow doing top 5 or top 10 best relics that you can choose from the relic selector one to hopefully help as many of you out there with this one. And yeah, we're going to leave it at this. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next. Don't forget to support me as the content creator using the link in the description and pinned comment of the video. Like I said, it helps me a ton. I'm going to give you coupons back whenever Netmarble gives me as kind of like a thank you. So it's a win-win situation. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.